everyone. Welcome back to 48 Now. I'm your digital host, Tatiana White, and I am joined today again by the founder of Invisible Warriors, Nancy Becker. How are you doing today?
Doing just great, thank you. I'm
thank
excited
you.
to be here.
I know, I'm so excited that you're here in person.
Absolutely.
I know we had a Zoom last time, so I'm very happy you're back.
This is wonderful. I love the studio.
Yes. And so Nancy, she joined me in 48 Now a few weeks ago on Zoom to talk about the Veterans Community Expo, and so I'm very excited to have her join me again to talk about another very exciting event Invisible Warriors is hosting, and it is in honor of Women Veterans Recognition Day on June 12th. Invisible Warriors is hosting a powerful evening of celebration, history, and hope. And so the Silent No More Gala is putting the spotlight on women who bravely served our country, helping to amplify their voices and share their stories. And so Nancy is here to talk a little bit more about the upcoming event and the movement behind it. And so for those who may not be familiar or don't remember, can you briefly remind us about what Invisible Warriors is and the mission behind it?
Sure. Invisible Warriors is a nonprofit that works with women in the military, both active duty and prior military. They are approximately 20% of the entire population of the military, and it's growing. And so it's a large proportion, but they in general do not get the recognition, do not get the support, and don't get the ability to have the same function as their male counterparts in many, many ways. And so Invisible Warriors is there to advocate for them. We're in the process of starting a PTSD center here in town. We're going to be doing telehealth programs, just everything around women that they're not getting now.
Yes, that's awesome that you guys are putting all of this together, and it's growing, it seems, more and more. So
it is, it's
yes.
exciting.
And so let's talk a little bit more about the Silent No More Gala. So what inspired this particular event? Is this like the first year, or is this annual?
Well, it's going to be annual.
Okay.
We've done 2 prior ones, but they were very low key. It was just local musicians coming to sing and hang out with us. This year we decided, because it is the 76th anniversary of the act, Women Veterans Integration Act, signed by President Truman in 1948, which is what actually allowed women to be legally a part of the military. It's what created the WACs and the WAVEs and the WASPs. And this is the 76th anniversary, and so it's a big celebration everywhere. And so we decided that we were going to be a part of that because women had been a part of the military since the Revolutionary War. They just have not been named in many, many cases. And so we wanted to bring this into the spotlight. And even though it is a federal act, only 20 states up until now have actually acknowledged it. And so I decided to go to the governor and say, hey, there are 100,000 women veterans in the state of Alabama. We need to do better. We need to support these women. So she actually signed a proclamation making June 12th a holiday in the state of Alabama going forward. So it's going to be an annual event going forward. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's very exciting, and I know it's going to be amazing, like all these women veterans coming together, having somebody that can understand them and recognize them for all that they've done.
Yeah, it's really nice because it is a recognition. It's a celebration. It's a way to say, we do appreciate you. Thank you very much for everything you've done.
Yes, absolutely. And the gala is focused on honoring women in the military. So why do you feel like it's important to shine this light on them and giving them this space, like this sacred space for them?
Because as I said, they don't get it. You know, there are so often, one woman recently was telling the story of parking in the Home Depot parking lot in a veteran parking space. And some gentleman comes running up to the car and starts banging on her window and yelling at her for parking there and saying, just because your husband's a veteran doesn't mean you have the right. And she says, would you like to see my DD-214, which is the document that everyone gets when they leave the military successfully, you know. And so they don't get, they go to meals on Veterans Day, and the male that they're with will get a free meal. They'll get a ticket for their check, and they'll say, hey, I'm a veteran too. So they don't get the care at the VA that men get. And it's just, and this is not everyone, this is a generalization, but in many cases this is the situation. And it's time we said this needs to change.
Yes, absolutely. And especially because, they've done just as much and if not the same as some men, and so they definitely need that same respect and recognition.
Yeah.
So,
Since 2000, I believe 2018 was when they actually allowed women into battlefield areas. But there are women that have lost limbs. There are women who have died. There are women that have come back traumatized. 1 in 3 women in the military has had some form of MST. Twice as many women as men come back with PTSD. The health issues that women have are much, much higher in the military than they are outside of the military. And so they have said to this country, I'm willing to stand up and fight for you. Now it's time that we stand up for them.
Yes, absolutely, in the same way they have for us. So, and so as you mentioned, Alabama is the 21st state to recognize Women Veterans Recognition Day. And so what does that proclamation mean for women veterans in the state moving forward now?
It's just a sense, I believe it's a sense of saying we do mean something. We are being recognized, we are being supported. Thank you that, we're being given the credit that we deserve.
Yes. And what can guests expect at the gala, from the keynote speaker to the silent auction, the jazz band? What type of things can they expect? We
have Major General Paulette Reisher. She's retired from the Army as our keynote speaker. It's a networking, it's just a celebration, it's a dressy, formal event. We have Twickenham Jazz Band playing, there's going to be dancing. We have some great silent auction items that you can bid on, and the exciting thing about the silent auction items and about the tickets that are being sold is that the money from all of this is going to pay for a week-long outdoor retreat for a small number of women who are dealing with PTSD and MST, and we're going to have therapists there. We're going to have a camaraderie where they all get together. They're going to cook breakfast together. They're going to sit around the campfire at night. It's been scientifically proven that when you take small groups of women, people in general, out into these spaces where it's the water and the trees and just being out in life itself, that they heal much better. And by bringing therapists in, by giving them the chance to talk with others who understand what they're going through and to maybe help each other deal with things that they haven't dealt with before. We have a monthly in-person meetup where the women can come together and talk, and we have to do these often on Zooms because the women haven't left their home in 2 years because they've just been so traumatized by everything that they don't go out. So if we can get them into that space, they can start to heal.
Yes.
So all the money from the gala is going towards that retreat.
Yes, that's so amazing. And water is definitely a very peaceful, serene way to kind of bring yourself back to a steady spot. So yes, and being surrounded by other women too that understand, and therapists, and just, I think that's absolutely amazing.
And roasting the s'mores at night's not a
yes,
bad thing
either. Yeah, roasting s'mores, hot dogs, all of that is very therapeutic. So. And so you're incorporating like the silent auction, and so how are those proceeds going to help fund like those future initiatives as well? Is it just the retreat, or is there any other?
At this point, it's just the retreat. Okay. We've applied recently for several grants, which we've won, thanks to the wonderful people and other organizations in Huntsville. And so those things will go to help us start to build our center, and we're going to be working with other organizations on partnerships for transportation and housing and food and different things like that. And so hopefully grants, and hopefully we'll have other sponsors come forward that say, hey, I really want to get behind this. One thing in particular that I did want to mention with the gala is if you'd like to get involved, but you can't come, we are accepting donations for tickets. We've had several donations where we're actually going to be able to bring women veterans from Tutfan. Yeah, the senior center, the military senior center here in town, and this one woman, 95 years old, she's a Marine Corps vet, and you know they're bringing her to the event.
So sweet.
And somebody else is paying for it. They've actually donated the ticket so that she can come. And if anyone else wants to do that, there are a lot of women that can't afford it that would really appreciate the help and the support.
Yes, that is so sweet for the woman, and I'm glad she's able to make it. So.
She's excited about
it. And I'm sure she'll be dressed up very beautifully for it. And so how has the response been so far from the community? I saw you guys only have like 47 tickets left, so.
As of today, it's down to about 30.
Oh,
so
wow, awesome. Okay.
Everybody waits till the last minute.
Yeah.
But they're now buying them. So we've still got a few tickets left. So we would love to fill it up with everyone.
Yes.
So.
And what do you hope attendees walk away from after attending this event?
A better understanding of women's role.
Yes. And for anyone who's watching and they want to get involved either by attending, donating, or volunteering, what's the best way for them to contact you or the organization, and what would you say to encourage them to come out?
They can just go to the website at www.invisiblewarriors.org, and there's all kinds of information. There are resources there. There's a place for volunteering. There's a place for leaving donations. The gala is all listed there, and ways to make donations is all there right on the website. So that's the best and easiest thing to do.
Yes, awesome. And is there anything attendees should know, such as ticket prices, dress code, or anything?
It's dressy, but it's not ball gown.
Yes, okay.
You know, so it's, you can dress. I told one woman who bought a ticket, I said, well, you can wear your uniform if you want to. And she goes, oh no, I don't have to wear that uniform any longer. I'm wearing a ball gown.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to have fun.
Yes.
So you can dress as dressy as you want. I have a service dog who's waiting for me out in the other room. He's dressing up in a tuxedo.
Oh, I love it.
So, I mean, you can, you know, everything but blue jeans. Please don't wear blue jeans. My favorite thing is wearing blue jeans, and I'm getting dressed up. So if I have to, everyone else does too. But the tickets are $75, and as I said, that goes towards paying for the retreat. There will be heavy hors d'oeuvres, different things like that. There's a cash bar that's there, the music, you know, the event runs from 5:30 until 8, and then from 8 until 10, we're opening it up for dancing.
Awesome. Yes.
So.
A fun night all around.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. And is there anything else you would like to share? And this is only open for women veterans in the community, right?
No. This is open to anyone.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Men whose spouses have been a part of the military, people who just want to support. It's open for anyone. Awesome. We want as many people to come and share in the excitement and the joy as we can get.
Yes, that's awesome. Is there anything else that we haven't touched on?
I think we're good.
Yes, okay.
I think it's good.
Yes, well, thank you so much. And this sounds amazing. And thank you again for what you and Invisible Warriors do for the community. And I know women veterans are very appreciative of it. So.
I hope we can do as much for them as we possibly can. That's what it's really all about. Is, you know, a lot of times people think what's in it for me, but as an organization, I think what's in it for the women, we're here to help.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Nancy.
Thank
And I'm so glad
you.
you were able to come back on the show.
Absolutely, me as well. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
And thank you all for tuning into 48 Now. And if you would like to attend the 2025 Silent No More Gala, tickets can be purchased at invisiblewarriors.org for $75. The gala is on Thursday, June 12th from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then if you want to stay till 10 for the dancing, please do. And it will be at the Holiday Inn Research Park. Tickets are going fast. There are only a few that remain. So get on your fanciest attire and come on out and enjoy this incredible event. And let's keep honoring, recognizing, and supporting our women veterans. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.